Hey yo, what's going on? But once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Criticism Guide 2009, and of course, you guys know the rest of the intro. And like as you say, definitely check out freenetwork.com and of course, TroubleNetStudios.net if any people want a professional channel manager, picture design for you, all that good stuff. And I'll put their link to their official YouTube channel and of course their what's it called? Their official website down below. And yeah, before I begin, I got actually a little bit of a funny. One of the most unexpected, insanely craziest of all crazy, like, retweets back because I never thought this person would ever even come in contact with me at all, which is freaking amazing. It's a blessing in the sky. I've talked about her very few times. A lot of you people probably know who already she is because not only is she a real life celebrity, she's nowhere on YouTube. Actually, she is on YouTube, but like, that's not where she got her start from. She's been around since the 90s. And if any people know about My Little Pony, if any people have ever heard of voice acting or anything like that, you know who exactly I'm referring to. Obviously, she was on a lot of crap ton of big, huge ass projects like Fairly Odd Parents, Teen Titans, even the old school 90s cartoons like Detention. I think she did Hercules. She might have been in Rugrats, I don't know. And then a couple other future like cartoons later on, like something Titan, not Attack on Titan, of course not. She was on that one, and obviously the biggest main three she's probably ever been in was like the Ben 10 ones, all the Ben 10 series, My Little Pony Friendship Magic. She even came back on freaking the Teen Titans Go, and a lot of people know who I'm talking about already. If you don't know already, literally, I'm mind blown away. This actually made my day because I had a really bad freaking day at work today. It was really crap. I'm not going to get into the details. But I will say this, it was wild because I was tweeting later on when I was at lunch and stuff after my boss was my freaking ass all day. It was from Tara Strong herself, and I was thinking to myself, wow. Oh man, she's like, oh, you don't say, really? So do you want it, what's it called? So you want MLP merchandise and stuff for me, or do you want me to do a voice thing for? It's like, oh my god, no way. You gotta be like crapping me out of your mind right now. Like, literally, you're crapping on my chest. Oh, man. And I didn't even know what to say to that because I was still shocked and awe. And this was about a couple minutes ago before I even did this video. I just realized I had to tweet her. And I was like, good Lord. Life is good, you know. I didn't respond back because, you know, she's a busy woman. She has, like, millions of other people she has to work for and other corporations and stuff. But I was like, no, it's all right. I don't know what to say. I really don't. And of course she did the Harley Quinn and a lot of the Batman Arkham PS3, PS4 games, obviously. So there's that. So I highly doubt she's gonna ever like see this video, and there probably is lots of other people that give her shout outs already in all the conventions and cons that she goes to. But shout out to you anyway, Sarah. Extremely beautiful, hot woman, and I've loved her ever since I was in my childhood. Literally, she's just a badass. That's it. When it comes to voice acting, I think she only did like 1 or 2 live action things a long ass time ago, but that was it. Without further ado, let's begin. And hopefully it didn't stall your time too much. I would have did that more in My Little Pony video, but whatever. So this time we're doing the top 10 creepiest fusion Pokemon. And today, like I said, all of these other videos, and I just got like a text right there from one of my roomies. Besides that, my god. All of these videos, not videos, all these pictures belong to all the rightful, respectful owners. All the other stuff, good stuff like the whole under section 103, 301 thing, whatever. I'm just using these strictly and solely as an example. So this one was actually a bonus one. It was number 11. It was let's see. It was actually, I think it was Charizard with fusion with Rhydon. That was a really good ass one. Unfortunately, it didn't make the list because half of it had Charizard in it, and I'm not really crazy about Charizard, except if I had to say just for the game and the TCG, I didn't really like it too much in the anime. A lot of people know my stance on why, because I've said it over billions of times already. So, yeah, that's the reason why I don't really care too much about it. But, like, I still do like the TCG artwork that's in there, especially with the whole Flash Fire that came out last year. That was pretty damn huge. Or the other one, I forgot what it was called. The Japanese edition for it, which, what was it called? Wild Blaze, that's what it was. Wild Blaze last year for the Japanese one, the TCG. So yeah, he didn't really make the list, but it did have Rhydon in it, and a lot of people already know why. He's extremely super old school nostalgic for me, because obviously, you know, instead of Pikachu, everyone that wasn't a 90s kid, you probably might not understand this, but if you were, At that time, Pikachu in the late 90s, it was just plastered every single freaking place that you went to. Especially during its prime, like, it's Pikachu manga, Pikachu anime, Pikachu TCG, all that stuff was ridiculous. It was actually Rhydon and Rhydon was one of the first two Pokemon I actually saw in the anime. And that's what actually attracted to me as a 90s kid, especially being a big fanboy of how Jurassic Park was, and dinosaur, anything that had to do with fossils and everything. A lot of the fossil type, not fossil types, but all the fossil kinds of Pokemon that were in there, that they intrigued the bejesus out of me. And I keep getting a text. Hold on 1 second. I was wondering what's going on. Oh, okay. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, let's keep moving. So, there's number 10 on the list. Alright, and then going into number 9. This bad boy right here, and it is Onyx. It's actually an Onyx fused with a Persian. The thing I really, really liked about this one is that Onyx fused with Persian. This thing was insane as hell. This is number 10 on the list. The only thing I really didn't like too much about it, I'm just going to go into its design. I'm not going to talk about the competitiveness because none of these Pokemon actually exist. The competitive side, what's it called? Their origins and all that stuff. I'll talk about their typings, obviously. And a couple other things I'm going to leave out because I feel like they're less important. But yeah, I guess I think it was called Persianix or Persianix. I think that's what the person that created this artwork actually called it, was Persianix. Which is kind of weird. I probably would have called it Anjin. Nah, Anjin sounds really crap. Paralinix sounds a little bit better. It almost sounds like paralysis, but Paralinix would have sounded a little bit better. And it would be either it'd be normal ground or normal rock. And I'm not sure, its speed would probably be really crappy, but not super slow. Either probably be in between, under average type of speed. As far as his background origin, I'm not sure how the heck this would happen. It's either I don't even want to know how these two would have a baby together, and this will be their baby. Onyx would be disgusting as that, but whatever. Still be awesome too, because that means either the female was, oh god, I would feel so bad for the female Persian that would have to go through that, crazy types of things to have a baby with a male Onyx, man. But if it was the other way around, it'd still be bad because Onyx would be on top and Persian would be on the bottom, and all his bones would be crushed realistically. And that wouldn't be a good sign either. But I like the way the whole concept looks. It looks like a giant lion with no arms or legs, just a big giant snake all at once. It wouldn't be the rock snake Pokemon, it would be like a lion snake Pokemon, I don't know, something like that, along those lines. So coming in number 9 on the list is this one right here. And this one, I'm telling you, this one, there was actually a whole bunch of them, by the way, with Magnemite and all those. And I don't know why it's not working. Oh, there we go. This is a Pinsir fused with a Magnemite. And I've seen a couple other. Anything that's going to have Magnemite in it, it's going to be creepy as freaking all hell because it has the one giant eye. I'm not going to get into any deeper theories in that because a lot of people probably know what they are by now. But yeah, what can I say about this? The creep factor on this is ridiculously insane, bro. I mean, anything fused with Magnemite is automatically 110% creepy as hell. But with this, it's really ridiculous. I saw a Magnemite fused with a what's it called? With a Rapidash, and then I saw Magnemites with an Arbok, Magnemite with a Muck. I haven't seen really any Magnemites with any future, like, more newer generations, but mostly with the older generation fusions. And some of them were insanely scary as fuck. You don't want that thing looking at you when you're taking your rest or your nap in the middle of the night. It looks like it just stab you into a million pieces into oblivion, So there's that. And I guess a background origin. This would be completely impossible, obviously. This would probably have to be a man-made machine Pokemon, just like how Porygon 2 and ZR. This is what the thing I'm going to have to talk about with that. And that's ridiculous as hell. But it's true at the same time. Because Magnemite, as everyone knows, it's a neutral Pokemon. It's sexual gender. It doesn't have a male or female counterpart. It's just neutral. So this would be highly impossible. I know Game Freak wouldn't do nothing like that. Maybe if it was other card games like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh, I could see them doing something like this, but not Pokemon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And the only crazy, creepy one I've seen so far, especially for the newer generations, is like the bigger form version of Hoopa. And that's probably it, the Genie Pokemon. That thing looks creepy as fucking hell. It's huge, gigantic. It looks like a demon warlock thing, whatever. But hey, whatever. It's all good. And that's number 9 in the list, so hopefully enjoy that. And I guess it would be Bug Steel. Now, I didn't get to go into the name concept of it, so I guess it would have to be Magnesser or Pinsnamite. Pinsnamite sounds a little bit better, but yeah. Here we go, and let's see. Coming number 8 on the list is this bad boy right here. It's Zekrom, and it's fused with the missing number. And I know a lot of people say missing numbers in a Pokemon. A lot of people say it's either a Kangaskhan or a Mewtwo. Especially if you grew up during the time period that I was. It was a big giant setting of it. You know, it was ridiculously big. You know, Game Freak completely ignored every single fanboy fangirl that was playing the Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow games at that time. Everyone knows when you went to the edge of Cinnabar Island, you used like a Game Shark code card for it. Because, you know, Game Shark and Action Replay were the ones that were really big at that time. Actually, no, Action Replay was a couple years later, but down the line. But all in all, I think it was really, really wild. The way they did this fusion. You're going with an old school like glitch from Red, Blue, and Yellow, and then possibly Green, because I was only released in Japan. I never got over here to the United States. But you're fusing with a more of a future Pokemon, which was from Black and White. I was going to say Red, Blue, and Yellow. What the hell? That's really, really awesome. And a lot of you people know one is Zekrom. Zekrom is one of my best legendary favorite Pokemons. I actually had a name for it at that time, too, for my YouTube channel. And I still do have it, but that's the only part of the name you'll know, Zekrom, he's in there. Because I never did videos on it. It was mostly my private video channel, where I never really did videos at all. I just looked at other people's vlogs and all that. Kind of bringing it back to the old school before I even did YouTube videos, like after 2008, you know? Or in the middle of 08. But yeah, so I guess it would be Missing Zrom. No, that wouldn't sound good. Missing Crom or Zekking Note. Zekking Note sounds a little bit funny. It has a little bit of a zesty taste feel to it, you know, ring to it. And as far as origins go, I guess maybe like this is the little origin story I could go through. After like the Hoopa ends up like sending different Pokemon in the time, I guess Zekrom's glitch and data, he ended up getting distorted during the time travel of him going through this thing, and he met up with the missing number, and missing number corrupted the file like a bee to him, really big time, and destroyed him pretty much hardcore. Zekrom defeated it, but he became infused with the missing number, and that's how you got missing number Zekrom, or Zekrono. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say on that list. And they're both neutral, so this wouldn't be able to happen at all, because it's a neutral Pokemon. But if it was a gender, I'd probably have to put Zekrom male. That's what I'd have to say. Same with Reshiram. Everyone always says, oh, Reshiram, he has the feather penis, the feather dick, or whatever. Whatever the fuck ever, I don't give a shit. A crap, excuse me. Gotta remember the partnership thing. Anyways, let's see. Coming in at number, okay, that was 10. Oh, wait, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. Number 7 on the list. These were the less creepier ones. The 5 I'm going to show you at the end are the sickest, craziest fusions I've seen on the internet so far. In my own personal retrospective opinion. Number 7 on the list. This wasn't really creepy. This was more in the cool, awesome factor. But it was one of my best favorite Pokemon. This is a fusion fused with a Suicune. A fusion. Fusion with a Suicune and the Luxray. I could sort of see this happening if Suicune had a gender. So if this were possible, either the Suicune, if it had a gender, would be male or female, or the Luxray would actually be male or female. So this is how it would be like approved. Because Luxray, I think, is supposed to be a line or whatever. Oh yeah, and I got to give a small little funny ass special shout out to this dude CinemaSins, not CinemaSins, Old School Sins, because I know his chain of evolutions for Shanks, Luxio, and Luxray is pretty much one of his most favorites out of Pokemon. He even has it in his mascot for his little Let's Play videos. He's a lot more younger than I am, because obviously he's like 19 or 20, and I just turned 26 yesterday, so becoming an older ass man as time goes on. But you know what? That kid at heart is never dying, no matter what happens. It will always stay there, will remain to be there the same way, and that's not going away anytime soon, until I hit the grave, and they'll still be with me in spirit. But anyways, getting back to my point, yeah, this was a really awesome ass fusion. I don't even know why in the hell I even put it on the creepy list. That's the only two creepy things are its eyes, and I guess like the up thing of its cross, like the crystal thing. I guess that's a little creepy. At the same time, it's pretty amazing and very epic. Whoever did this, they actually did it in pixelation fusion Pokemon form. If any people know what that is, that concept is. And it's pretty damn awesome. I know Suicune was one of my least favorite like Pokemon in the dog trio and the canine trio, so this is kind of like a line with a wolf kind of fusion. If they have babies together and all that, it would be extremely overpowered and very unfair. They'd probably be in like the Uber's team for a competitive battle. Even though I'm not talking about that, like I said before. But I will say this. What else did I want to say? Yeah, that's pretty much the only two things creepy about it. The rest is actually cool, so that was pretty much my dumbass fault for putting it on here. It should have been on the awesome cool list, but whatever. And one last other thing. A lot of you people already know this, but mostly people know by now that Raikou was actually my most favorite. I even got the legend piece of it, and I was so happy I got that one over Entei. One day I will get that Entei piece, so I can complete it together. They can like be fused into one. So yeah, that's number 7 on the list. 6 on the list is actually another one that's very effing cool, I'm not going to lie. Very scary and creepy as hell at the same time, but very cool. And I know it's a very overrated Pokemon in my opinion, but as far as its artwork goes, it's extremely splendid, spectacular in every sense of the word perfection. It's a Blaziken fused with a, what was it called? This is not really a good time to, a Cavalier. I was gonna say it's not a good time to get brain farted right now, but yeah, Cavalier with Blaziken. So I don't know if it would be called Scavalin or what's it called? Scavalin or the other one? What is it? Scavalin or Blaziken. Blaziken sounds a little bit better. I don't know. Sounds a little bit, tiny bit better. They both kind of sound not too good, but that one sounds a little bit more better. Blaziken, Blaze Cavalier, whatever you want to call it. So, I guess it would either lose its typing of fire fighting and go with Fire Bug, which the only one that's actually in real existence for Pokemon is Volcarona and the other one, which I forgot. But yeah, what else can I say about this thing? I guess it's really, really awesome. It's super amazing. It's super attractive. It's awesome. Badass in every sense of the word. So it'd either be Firebug or Fighting Steel. Fighting Steel, I could see it being a Fighting Steel type if it was a fusion Pokemon. But other than that, what else? What more is there to say about it? There's not really too much to say because I know I did like its Cavalier. I beat it twice on Black and White 1, and then for the ROM hacks in Black and White 2, I used it again as a shiny for a Cavalier. It was actually one of my more favorite Pokemon. Plus, it was half Steel. You already know Steel types. They always get a 1-up plus in my book. But other than that, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So, no, wait. It could be Bug Fire. No, Firebug. We already went through that. Maybe it could be Steel Fighting. I would love this thing for it to be Steel Fighting if it was real, a concept of Pokemon. And they both got gender, so either one of them could be male or female. So that's pretty much it. Now we're getting into super, super insanely crazy stuff right here. Number 5. This one I think is Marowak with Scyther, so I guess, what was it called? Mothra? Mothra doesn't really sound that good, but you know, I gotta respect the artist name idea for this. But in my opinion, I don't know, it would be like Scyther Rat? No. There's Scyther Rack or Scyther Whack. Scyther Whack sounds a little bit weird, so, and the word whack, you know, that stuff is whack, man. Ghetto terminology or whatever from the 90s. What can you do? So I guess, I don't know. Marrower? No, that wouldn't sound good. I guess Mother Rack sounds pretty good too. You know, Mothra Rack. So it's pretty awesomely badass. I'm not gonna lie. Scyther actually was one of my favorite Pokemon back in the 90s. This is before I actually preferred a lot of other Pokemon towards it, just because it's sweet little concept of sights as its hands and arms. Ridiculously scary, insane. Because it can slice up parts of your body and destroy you and detriment your soul to no point on it. And that is not bad. That is not a bad concept either. That sounds really freaking cool. In the Pokemon world, of course, not in reality. In reality, you'd go to prison for the rest of your life if you did that. But, let's see. Other than that, there's really nothing much else to say except for, like, I don't know what typing they could give this thing. There would probably either be, can't be Bug Flying. That would be very biased. It'll be ground flying, even though we got a couple of ground flyings already. Or it could be the other way around, and it could be like bug ground. And I think, you know, the weird part was, I'm surprised, like, this is the weird part. This is what I don't understand about Pokemon and Hoenn altogether. The only thing we were close enough to getting that with was with Trapinch, Vibrava, and Flygon. Because when I saw Flygon for the first time, especially with the very, very old school leaks that used to happen with Emerald, even Ruby and Sapphire, that's when the Nintendo magazine was very big at its time, and it was actually starting to become a dying breed until after 05, you know, pretty much when the internet took over everything up to now, and probably continue to keep going up to the future, who knows. But yeah, there's that. I thought Flygon was actually going to be Bug Dragon or Bug Flying, even though we've seen Bug Flying billions of times already. It would have been a nice concept. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. That was just a side note. Now let's get back to the list. I could really see this thing being a huge threat if it was an actual official Pokemon. Its origins of typing, I really don't know. I guess if I had to put a little story to it, I guess it was a competition with Scyther and Marowak. They didn't get along together, but deep down, one of them loved each other very much. Who knows? Would have been the mother-female Marowak that died, the one that Team Rocket killed. If any people have overwatched Pokemon Origins, which was about 2 years ago now. Man, that would be a crazy concept. And then Scyther out of nowhere, maybe it could have been Koga Scyther, and Koga released Scyther. And at the end of the day, they both loved each other, and they made an egg, and that's what they got as their baby. A big, gigantic baby to be at that. So yeah, that's number 5 on the list. 4, 3, 2, and 1 are going to be even crazier. Another Scyther fusion, but this time was with Gyarados, so I'm not sure what this thing would be called. There's actually no name for it, so I'll probably either call it Scythados, or Gyarathor. Gyarathor sounds really, really dumb. Scythados sounds a little bit better. Sounds like something out of a Greek mythology like type of book that you would read, if any people even read anymore. But I'm not saying you're dumbasses or anything. Some of you guys are super awesome. I'm gonna just tell you, I tell you what I'm there. This thing would, let's see, probably destroy buildings and everything like that, and probably kill the Pokemon world if this was real. It'd be very, very scary. It looked like it's something of a pseudo-legendary. Not an official legendary, but just a pseudo-legendary, like how everyone has for Generation 1 with Dragonite, Generation 2 with Tyranitar, 3 was Metagross. Between Metagross and Salamence, I'm not really sure on that. And number 4, who was number 4? I think it was between Garchomp and, I'm not really sure. It was Garchomp and somebody else. Damn. I guess all the Pokemon that were 4th generation. I guess you could call those pseudos, I guess. Generation 5, let's see. I guess Hydreigon would probably be in that list. That one and Volcarona, I guess. Because I actually have that whole list of black and white right there of a poster. A lot of people already know what that looks like if you've seen my reaction videos. But, yeah, there's that concept. So, let's see. And then Generation 6. What was Generation 6? Because I never even played the game still. But I've seen a crap ton of Let's Play, so I already know what's going to happen. But it's cool. It doesn't matter. I love my spoilers. Who was number 6? I can't even really think of it right now. But I guess Noivro might be on there as a pseudo legendary. Who knows? But yeah, getting back to this concept. Oh man, this would be so cool to have on a team. As far as, as far as an origin story for this list, I'm probably have to say, regardless if Scyther was the guy or the girl, I'd feel very bad for him trying to impregnate that Gyarados. That would be insanely scary as hell. Extremely detrimental, because unless they were doing it in the sea or something like that, that wouldn't be too bad. But if it was on land, rest in peace Scyther, because there's no way in hell this thing would be real. This had to be an experimental mutation of a Pokemon fused together. So that's pretty much it. I'm glad they made its size, they kept its size the same way, whoever was the artist that made this. So kudos to you, buddy, man or woman, guy or girl, whoever you are. You guys, you person, you were awesome to do this concept. And as far as typing goes, I don't know, it probably wouldn't be Bug Flying still. It would probably be, we already had one Mantine and a few other Pokemon already, with Mantine, Wingull, and Pelipper, maybe more than that, who knows. It probably would have been Scyther fused with, no, not Scyther. It would probably be Water Flying, or maybe it would be Bug Dragon again. I probably would go with Bug Dragon again, or Grass Dragon. I don't think there hasn't been, wait a minute, hold on. If memory recalls, there hasn't been no grass dragon, so this would be cool to be a grass dragon right here. Which I'm actually surprised they never really did that with the 5th generation for like Snivy's final evolution, which is superior. They never actually did it with that Pokemon. I remember about a year ago, by now, when I was opening Legendary Treasures earlier last year, not this year. I actually got the Superior too from the Radiant Collection for Legendary Treasures. So many people remember that video. If you've been with me long enough, you'd know what that video was. Unless you forgot, it's totally fine. Alright, so number 3 on the list. This is where it gets wild stuff. I was going to put this at number 2, but you probably already saw what number 2 was. 3 on the list is Chancey fused with a Voltorb, and I cannot even tell you how bad as hell that would be if that was actually a real Pokemon, because Voltorb obviously is an inanimate object, but at the same time it comes to life, I guess. And it's the Pokeball Pokemon. That's pretty much as much as simplicity goes for Pokemon. Even though they did do that later on in Black and White when they did it with Fungus and Amoongus when they had the Pokeball symbol on them later on. But as mushroom Pokemon, I don't know if that would be a weed marijuana reference. But other than that, what more can I say about this? Not too much, but I'll feel so bad if they use a self-destruct or explosion. This was like an adult rated version of it. They'd probably have blood and guts flying all over the place. And pretty much every limb would be torn from his body. And I'm not sure if it would ever regenerate from a self-destruct or explosion. Literally, that would be wild as hell if that was real. They should have did with Blissey. So this one's called a Voltsy. Voltsy sounds like a lot better than Chancetorb. Chancetorb sounds a little bit funky. I'm not really crazy about it. Doesn't sound that bad, or it doesn't sound that good either. But I guess its typing would be pretty much normal electric or fairy electric. I wouldn't be more surprised, probably be Fairy Electric. And if there was like a Demon type, it'd be a Demon type, or a Fire. It looks like it would have been Fire Electric or Fire Normal. But other than that, its cuteness factor completely just disappeared in a thin air with this thing. Because it looks like it's out for revenge. It's out for a bloodthirst, a bloodlust. You can see it in its eyes with this Pokemon. This the last thing you ever want to mess around with. They'll probably explode you again and once again in a million pieces. And that would suck ass for any people out there if it was real. But yeah, there's that. So number two on the list. This was very freaky as hell. I jumped a little bit. I had to take a seat back again when I saw this Pokemon in this very chair right here. This one is a Victory Veil, usually either an Ammonite or Amistar. I can't really tell. It might be Amistar because it looks like it has a bigger jaw than Ammonite did. So I guess it's Victory Star, which is funny because I know in Japan there's actually a JRPG game or a fighting game called Victory Star, which is hilarious. Ironic enough, many people are very big into shonen and all that. You probably already knew what that was even before I was going to say it. So yeah, kudos to you. You're smarter than me. So yeah, there's that. You know more than me. Who knows? It's either Victory Star or Amabel. Amabel doesn't sound too bad, but that sounds more like for a female Pokemon, so I don't know. And I remember Hayden actually called this thing a long time ago when I was still subbed to him. He called it the Broken Condom. I'm not even getting into more in that subject. That's all you have to know, though. So there's that little situation right there. And other than that, that's pretty much it. As far as origins for the story goes, I really can't think of any. I guess unless it's a million years ago, Victory Bell is actually an ancient fossil Pokemon, and then they'll fall in love with Amistar. Who knows? And they got this crazy abomination of a Pokemon that was banned from Distortion World. If anything would be good for a Distortion World, some of these Pokemon would be there because they're absolutely insanely crazy and ugly looking, but in a good way, though. And you can tell my voice is running out. And I'm about to get number 1 in a second, but as far as typing goes, I don't know if it would be Grass Rock. As the only literal grass rock we still only have to this day is Lileep and Cradilly, or Cradilly, however you want to pronounce it. And that was in the 3rd generation for Hoenn Pokemon, which ended up getting revamped last year to ORAS. So that's cool. But other than that, they still kept the exact same moves when I was watching other people's Let's Plays on it. For Cradilly, not trying to get off topic too much, I'm going to get off on it a tiny bit. They still kept its moves Sludge Bomb, Toxic. I think they kept Hyper Beam on it. I'm not sure if they kept Ingrain in there or not. Actually, no. It was the other one, Giga Drain, they kept it on there. That's probably a lot more harder to find Giga Drain on a crackling than it was back then. Back then it was a lot more easier. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that part. So it'd be let's see, it'd be grass poison, which were so many of those already, or it could be not grass water. Grass water. There still hasn't been no grass water typings out there for Pokemon legitly. So Game Freak, definitely get on your A game on that, and please make that happen. If there's any other future generations or Mega Evolutions that you guys are planning on releasing either later this year and about another year or two from now. So just letting people know, get your job done a little bit faster. Not better, just faster. And then the last one on the list. Oh boy. This one scared the jitterbugging freaking bejesus crap out of me. This is a Charmeleon fused with a Zubat. This thing looks like it could damn well be in something on Magic the Gathering, even though I never played that game. But I used to know a couple friends back in the day that were huge in on that. I'm not sure if they still are because it's been years since I've seen them, but my God. This person definitely, shout out, kudos to you. This is one of the best ones I've seen. The creepiest, sickest looking ones, but at the same time, it looks something out of complete like League of Legends or World of Warcraft or something like that. Even though I hate the hell out of that effing game, I really don't like World of Warcraft. I'm sorry if you people do out there. My apologies if you don't think, if I don't like it for you. It never appealed to me ever. But other than that, I'm not trying to make this into a rant or anything. But yeah, I guess it would be Zoomeleon or Charmelebat. It almost sounds like Spanish or something. Let's say something like out of the Spanish Mexican folklore. And trust me, I remember my grandmother and stuff on my Mexican side, from my mom's side of the family, she used to kind of tell me all these stories about chupacabras and stuff like that. So this is probably something what a chupacabra would have looked like, you know, something that was a demon from the underworld and would like kill people's sheeps and goats and drink and suck all their fluids and bloods and all that. And extremely very gruesome scene. I'm sorry if I did paint a picture for you guys and your heads for that, but just letting people know. Unless you know you're not Hispanic or anything like that, or Latino, you know, you probably didn't know what that was. I'm not trying to make this a race thing, I'm just saying. But yeah, this one was really awesome as hell. It's creepy as hell, but it's awesome as hell at the same time. I guess an origin backstory for this, I really don't want to know how the heck this Pokemon was made. I mean, I'm picturing my head right now, and hopefully I don't picture that in your heads, because it would be very, very painful. That's all I have to say. One word to describe this Pokemon for being born is painful. That's what it would be. Staggering, excruciating pain. But other than that, it would probably be either a Poison Dragon, which Poison Dragon would be super awesome to have, and I think we've gotten that already. I'm not sure if it's Water Dragon or Poison Dragon. I keep confusing because, once again, I never played the X and Y games yet. But Dragalge, I'm not sure if Dragalge and Skrelp are like water poison or dragon poison. I'm not sure. I forgot what it was, but a lot of people in the comment section can know, especially you two guys, Desert and Pokemon.com. You probably know what it is because you played the games already, unlike me. But yeah, I've seen a lot of evolutions to it too. It's crazy stuff. Last but not least, let's see what the typing would be. Yeah, like I just said, Poison Dragon, or it would probably be another Dragon Flying, which you already have already. Poison Flying, that would be nice to have. There's a couple of those already, but it would still be nice to be repetitive regardless. Sometimes repetitiveness is good, sometimes it's bad. Just like Liam Neeson's movies. But anyways, besides that, that's all I have to say for now. Shout out to everyone that actually made these amazing, beautiful drawings, and scary as hell drawings, because some of those other ones are actually a lot more crazy and worse than this. And probably give you nightmares for years. I'm just saying, just letting people know. I should have put some annotation down below saying, oh, like, warning, this might get you nightmares. Viewer discretion's advised. You know, I should have said that, but silly me, I didn't do it. But like I do say, people, peace out once again. Bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. So we'll see when I see you guys every day, every night, wherever you're at in the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't drink reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective, all the good stuff. And until then, that's it, guys. Peace out, stay tuned, more videos coming soon. Brand new videos on the channel almost every single day. Late and goodbye, I'm out like sauerkraut, and I will see you guys in the next future video, alright? Take it easy, take care, goodbye. See you guys around, and I'm out of here, alright? Take it easy and stay tuned for more future vlogs. I'm out, and have a good day. See you.